Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about my automatic repurchase list. So these are products that as soon as I notice that it's running a little bit low, I go out immediately and purchase another one without even thinking about it. These are things that I've repurchased a whole bunch of times. I think everything here I've repurchased more than once. So they're just absolute favorites and ones that I can't live without. Now I'm not going to necessarily be talking about things like eyeshadow palettes that don't get used up very often. I rarely have to repurchase eyeshadow palettes. Usually it's because I've dropped it on the bathroom floor and it shattered or something, but most of the time I go through those very, very slowly. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in, and we'll start with the first product, which you guys have heard me talk about so much. It's not going to be a shock to you. It's the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I have backups of this waiting to be used because I'm terrified that L'Oreal is going to discontinue this. It's been out now for, I don't know, probably like 10 years. I think this came out in 2010. So I've been using it since then. And it is the only primer that really fills in my fine lines and pores and gives me the smoothest canvas for foundation. And every time I wear this, I get compliments on my skin because it just makes everything look so flawless. I just love the texture of this too. It has a really fluffy kind of whipped texture that lays down kind of a semi-matte finish, but for some reason it's not dry on my dry skin. So I love that because it's not greasy. I think foundation grips to it really nicely for that reason. So I just can't be without this, and will definitely continue to repurchase as long as they make it. The next product I've repurchased over and over again is the Pixi Peach Corrector. This is a tiny little jar, but it really lasts quite a while, so I don't have to repurchase it all that often, but I think this is my third, maybe fourth jar of it. I've been using it for years now. I never hear anybody talk about it, but what I mainly use this for is around my eye area. If you watched my Get Ready With Me, I think it was the last video that went up on my channel, I use this for the outer corners of my eyes. It helps to lift that area because there's some darkness right here in the outer corner where my eye folds down because I have downturned eyes, and putting a little bit of this corrector in there makes the biggest difference when it comes to really lifting my eye area. I also use it on the inner corners of my eyes as well because I have some dark kind of bluish tint there that concealer doesn't cover by itself. So I put this down first, then top it with concealer, and I'm good to go. I also sometimes use this as an eyeshadow base as well, and it works great for that. So it's a really great multi-purpose product. Another complexion product I have purchased multiple times now and I can't be without is the JOA Dark Circle Concealer. I originally bought this thinking it was going to be like the Maybelline Age Rewind, but I actually like this even more than that one. It just has this sort of magical smoothing effect underneath my eyes. I don't know how they do it. Not only does it brighten and conceal, but it also just seems to smooth out my skin. So it is really a truly amazing product. It also is very lightweight. It never gets cakey, even on my dry skin. So I think this is pretty much my holy grail concealer at this point. I like it better than anything drugstore or high-end. Another product I've purchased countless times now is the Essence Make Me Brow. This is really the only brow gel that I ever use, so it's so good. I kind of feel like, what's the point in trying anything new? It's super cheap. I want to say it's $4, maybe even $3. It's really, really affordable, and it's so good. It reminds me a lot of the Benefit Gimme Brow. I would say it's even a dupe for it because it has the little fibers in the brow gel, and it kind of just adds a little bit of fullness. It's not gonna, do a whole lot, but I do find that my brows look a little bit fuller when I use this. And also the shade Blondie Brows is the perfect shade for me because it's like more of a cool tone brown, and I have cooler toned eyebrows. So I love this, and I don't see really any reason to purchase anything different. Another product that's a little bit newer to me but is already on my repurchase list is the Chobayang BB cream from Misha. I actually have a backup right here from Yes Style ready to go. I've been using this the entire summer. My tube is kind of getting down there. It's about probably like here right now, and this is the best BB cream. I know I've talked about it several times now on my channel, but I love it so much more than the Perfect Cover one. This one doesn't have that grayish tone to it. It's also not glowy, so it has, I would say, like a really satin skin-like finish. It's not matte, it's not too glowy or dewy, and it just makes my skin look flawless. It has amazing coverage, and it also has a mineral SPF of 30, so it is just an all-around amazing foundation, and I can see myself just using this forever. Honestly, it is that good. So actually, I did say at the beginning of the video that everything here I've repurchased multiple times. This one I've so far only repurchased once, but I plan to put it on the automatic repurchase list. So once I open this box, I'm going to go ahead and purchase another one because sometimes things from Yes Style can take a while to get here. So yeah, if you're looking for a BB cream with amazing coverage that doesn't settle into fine lines and just makes your skin look smooth and healthy and amazing, check this one out. It is so good. A mascara that I have repurchased now countless times is the CoverGirl Supersizer. Now, I'm kind of a mascara junkie and I purchase mascaras all the time. I'm always trying new ones. Every new one that comes out, I feel like I have to test it. But this is really the only one that I've repurchased over and over again. And the reason being is because this lasts super long on my lashes. Like I could sleep in this and wake up in the morning with nothing under my eyes. It's that good. Even the non-waterproof version, yet it's not super hard to remove either. It's a little bit tough, but not like some that I've tried that are super stubborn. And I just love wearing this, especially in the summertime when it's hot and humid, because a lot of times mascaras that don't run on me in the winter end up doing it in the summer from the humidity. This is just an all-around good staple mascara, not to mention it gives me really, really big lashes, both length, volume, kind of that false lash look. So this is another one that I can't be without, even though I have so many other mascaras in my collection right now. And then the next product is actually a blush, and normally powder blushes I don't repurchase because they take forever to get through, but this is actually a cream blush and it's the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks. I've repurchased both of these shades. These are my two favorites. Probably this is the third or fourth time I've purchased each of these, and the reason for that is because these do dry out probably after like 9 months to a year, so that is the one downside to them, but they're also really affordable, and they're one of my favorite cream blush formulas because they have kind of like a velvety, moussey texture, so they don't stay sticky on your cheeks, they dry down completely, and they are so long lasting. Not to mention I love like layering a powder blush on top of these for even more staying power if I really want my blush to last, but even just using these by themselves, they're incredibly long lasting, at least on my dry skin. So the shade Prenup is a beautiful kind of mid-tone cool pink with a little bit of purple to it. It's so beautiful and it's really kind of a more unique shade for my collection. And Between the Sheets is my other favorite. This is like an everyday go-to sort of a color. It's a nude, but it has a little hint of pink to it. It goes with almost any look that I'm trying to create, whether it's cool toned or warm. It kind of goes either way. So that's another thing I really love about this. But overall, I think the formula is spectacular. Just know that they are going to dry out over time, so you're going to have to repurchase these pretty regularly. I also have two lip products, and the first one is from Kokie, and this is their lip liner in the shade Warm Nude. I'm actually wearing this on my lips today, and I use this all the time as a lipstick because it is so creamy, and I love being able to kind of overdraw my lips just a little bit and give them a little more fullness, and this color is perfect. Again, kind of similar to Between the Sheets. It's like a really neutral color, so I feel like no matter what colors I have on my face, whether it's cool tone grays or whether it's a warmer tone look, this actually goes with just about everything. And the same goes for this lipstick. This is the Flower Beauty Petal Pout lipstick in the shade Naked Blush. So this is actually a very similar color to Kokie's Warm Nude, but this lipstick, I've talked about it many times here on my channel, but it's the most beautiful formula. It's supposed to be a matte finish, but I don't find it to be drying at all. It's very creamy and it's lightweight, so you almost feel like you're not wearing lipstick at all, and I feel like it smooths over my lip lines really nicely and just gives a really beautiful finish. And this color is also amazing, just like the Kokie. I think this goes with everything, so when I don't really know what lip color I want to wear, I just reach for this one and it's just perfect. So I've been wearing this now since it came out. I want to say it was probably like 2016 maybe. It's been a couple of years, so this is the third tube I've owned of it and I just love it so much. Next up, I have a couple of skincare products to share with you, and with skincare I'm always trying the latest and greatest products. I'm always in search of that holy grail serum or moisturizer or whatever it may be, but there are two products that I have repurchased more than once, so I can definitely call these favorites. The first one is this Aquell toner. It's the Licorice pH Balancing Cleansing Toner. I don't know why they call it a cleansing toner because you don't cleanse with it, but it has a licorice polish in it. It's supposed to brighten up your skin, but I just love the way it makes my skin feel. I get like addicted to the smoothness that this gives. It just transforms my skin into the smoothest surface, and it doesn't have any alpha hydroxy, beta hydroxy acids. It doesn't have glycolic or anything, but on the back it says that licorice root water hydrates and refines skin's texture by removing dead skin cells and impurities. So somehow, I guess the licorice root must do kind of a little bit of exfoliating, but it's so super gentle. I find that glycolic cleansers, especially nowadays, can irritate my skin a little bit, and I hesitate to use those on at least a regular basis, but this one I can use every single day. It is so gentle. I actually just repurchased this bottle, so this is the third one I've owned now, and I will continue to repurchase this toner forever. It's my favorite toner. And then also I wanted to mention the Colleen Rothschild Retinol Supreme Night Oil. I've repurchased this one now 3 times also. I think this is the 3rd bottle I've owned, and I put this on at night over my moisturizer. No matter what moisturizer I use, I always pat a couple drops of this on top, and it's a really nice retinol treatment that is not irritating to my skin either. Sometimes the retinols can be kind of funny with me, and I tend to get like the peeling and the really dry skin, and I have never experienced that with this. It's a super, super hydrating oil, and when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks so glowy after I've used this. So it's one that I also don't want to be without, and no matter how many times I rotate my other products, I always put this one on top. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but Colleen is always doing sales on her site these days, so you can easily get a 25% off coupon here and there, especially if you sign up for emails. So you can definitely get this one a lot cheaper if you're willing to wait a little bit for it. And then last but not least, I have a shampoo and conditioner that I've repurchased a million times already, and that is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner. So my hair is more fine. It's also damaged and dry. So it's always been hard for me to find that balance between giving my hair moisture and also giving it some volume, because usually the really moisturizing shampoos and conditioners like weigh my hair down too much, and the ones that give volume don't give me enough moisture. And these really don't claim to do either one of those things. It really just claims to improve your hair over time. These are sulfate free. They're also silicone free, so they're not going to build up on your hair, which is another great reason that I love them. And the shampoo also has their proprietary molecule that's supposed to repel dirt and oil and keep your hair feeling cleaner longer. And I think it definitely does, because usually I can go like 2 to 3 days without washing my hair if I'm using this. And the conditioner claims to give your hair smoothness, volume, conditioning, strength, and polish. And it really does do all of that as well. So it's just a really good all-around formula. And in a way, I wish I didn't love it so much, because they're a little bit on the expensive side, but I haven't found anything else at the drugstore or anywhere that works as well as these do. So I continue to repurchase them, and I tend to stock up when I see a sale either on their website or when Sephora has their semi-annual sales and stuff like that. All right, guys, so that's everything. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. What are your favorite automatic repurchase products? And also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.